Hey guys, so today I have a nice spicy little build for you. I looked through the Korean ladder a lot to see what they're playing, like to keep track of the meta properly, but one thing I kept seeing was this new Misfortune build. It looks really weird, but it's pretty nuts, and normally Misfortune isn't that good at higher ranks, right? But amazing at gold and below. So if it's working there where it shouldn't, it will work even better where she is normally good. I won't make this video too long today, but if you can get to grips with the build, why it works, how to use it, it should be really good. By the way, before we jump into the build, I thought I'd let you know there is this Alienware challenge on right now with Overwolf, where if you get a triple kill this weekend and win the game, you get 650 RP for free and entered to win a PC. It's only for the US this time, but let us know if you fancy this in Europe or somewhere else, and hopefully they'll open it up next time to more. So you go download Overwolf in the description, you'll get the Replay HUD app, then you play League just like normal, try and get a triple kill and win the game with it running, and once you finish you'll get the free RP. It honestly is that simple. I think it's a really cool idea, so go and give it a go. Get some free RP for just playing League like normal. So Conqueror actually isn't just for top laners or melee champions like we think who want to batter you. It can work on a lot of other champions as well, including some range things. We kind of talked about Draven before a little bit. The reason it might not look as good sometimes though is because it actually needs you to do something to use it. Like, you kind of got to think about it a bit more than other keystones. You have to remember though, not only is it going to convert 20% of your damage to true damage, but it actually gives you a bunch of extra AD. So if you can like burst during that 3-second window when it's active and have some abilities to use that extra AD, you're kind of onto a winner, and that's where Misfortune comes in. I'll give you a short rundown of how to use this at the end, but to explain it, the guy I see doing this most in Challenger is someone called Beryl. They are constantly top of the Challenger ladder and they play a ton as well. Now this is a page we are talking about. Pretty standard. Misfortune doesn't really need attack speed, so we go with the lifesteal, and celerity is so good with her passive. The build they go though is a little bit weird, but Ghostblade into Essence Reaver into Infinity Edge into Rapid Fire Cannon. So you have the arm pen from Ghostblade to start the game, but honestly you can actually skip that and just go straight into Essence Reaver. Like, having a crit and a ton of AD from both Essence Reaver and Infinity Edge is so good. This is also why Conqueror actually works in a nutshell. The AD ratios you have are insane. Your passive Love Tap has like between a 50 to 100% bonus AD ratio. Your Q is 100% of your AD, and that can crit doing double damage as well, even more with an Infinity Edge. Your ultimate has 75% AD on it, and that can crit to 90% as well. So basically we're saying, okay, we're going to pack as much damage into that 3-second window while Conqueror is active as possible with our abilities and all of the AD. That sounds really nice, but mostly to make it simple, what we're actually saying is 20% true damage conversion on your ultimate with that much AD, and especially when it can crit, is absolutely insane. Not to mention as well, your ultimate is AoE, something a bit different from a lot of other champions. That is 20% true damage on everybody in your ultimate. Now you might think I'm a bit of an idiot because Misfortune doesn't need to auto attack a ton, and you'd have to be really close to even get Conqueror to proc. Actually though, her Q applies on hit effects, and this works the same way as Dustblade. So if you have Conqueror ready, you've got those 4 stacks and everything ready to go, you can use your Q to activate it. You can basically proc Conqueror from really far away with your Q, then press your ultimate, and that is doing true damage, plus doing more damage anyway because of the extra AD. Arcane Comet or like Aerie are the other choices normally, right? They are really good for poke damage, but they don't offer anything else apart from that. In a full-on fight, when you're using your ultimate, you get a little bit of extra damage, but that's it. With this, you can just auto attack and then Q trade afterwards. The auto attack will trigger the Conqueror, and the Q will then do way more damage, and while it's not a crit, it will chunk proper hard. Remember, one of the things with Conqueror that you're supposed to be doing is getting it ready on minions beforehand, so getting in combat with minions and then activating it onto a champion straight away. There are a lot of ways that you can use this obviously, but the biggest part is making sure you do actually use it. You don't trigger it and then press R when it's already gone. You have this 3-second window to blow everything and do a lot more damage, and that is what you're supposed to use. When used properly though, it is going to be boosting your auto attacks, your passive, your Q, your ultimate from the AD, and by turning 20% of that increased amount into true damage. I guess then to kind of sum this up and how you would use it, like here are going to be your runes and 2 different builds I think that can work with this that they use in career, but keep in mind loads of arm pen and black cleaver is a little bit of overkill with true damage anyway. Obviously arm pen is still really good though, and it works because one, Aerie and Comet are decent but only there for poke. In a proper fight, a Conqueror will give you way more damage. It gives you AD that makes everything do more damage, plus it turns 20% of that into true damage. It focuses around the 3-second window, using all of your cooldowns at that point and then bursting somebody really hard. I know you can't refresh this like you can on melee champions, but honestly with Misfortune, because you burst so hard, you only need 3 seconds to kill somebody. You're either going to be using your Q when it's already active after an auto attack, or you're going to be using your Q to proc it from range and then your ultimate afterwards. It's way more of a burst build, even more than normal Miss Fortune, and to be honest, it scales better into the game because you have the true damage. It is tougher to use properly, 100% tougher than using something like Arcane Comet or Aerie, which is really simple. But if you can remember to use it, it is higher reward. You'll be even stronger and you will carry games a lot more. Miss Fortune currently has a pretty much the highest win rate in bronze, silver, and gold next to Kai'Sa, so this could be really good for dominating lane and team fights with and getting some sweet LP. Let me know what you think about the build. I'll keep my eye out for things like this in future as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Have a lovely weekend, and for now, I will leave you with the robots.